Hello and thanks for joining me for another video beer review then. Today we've got a beer, a new brewery by me on the channel from Bianca Road Brewing Company. They're out of Bermondsey in London, and this is in collaboration with Elusive Brew, and this is their Game Over, a West Coast IPA coming in at 6% ABV. It's the wrong way round, of course it is. So there we go. So I think it's looks like Space Invaders kind of themed label there. I think that's a nod to Lucid Brew that have produced some, what I've heard, some really decent West Coast IPA. So yeah, Bianca Road, they're on the stretch. So if you're familiar with that area, I think they're next door to Craft Beer Junction, that kind of strip. If you know Bermondsey. They recently come down to do a tap takeover at my local, the Ravensgate Arms in Ramsgate. I was very fortunate enough to win a can of this. So let's go ahead and pour this out then. Didn't produce much of a hiss or anything on the opening there, so we'll go straight down the middle, try and generate a bit of a head. But yeah, it kind of gave the impression carbonation wasn't crazy. So that's why we've done it like that. So I mean, it's hazy. It's mild haze, but it's hazy. It's a West Coast IPA. I don't know if this was brewed with oats. Let's have a quick look. Or was it just naturally hazy? It doesn't actually say. It just says water, barley, hops, yeast. Going on to Untapped, looks like it's got citra hops in it at least. I don't know what else is in this, but yeah, it looks the part. It's kind of that kind of deep burnt orange in colour. I say just a half a finger of white head on top of this quite aggressive pour, but yeah, but it is kind of hazy. So I don't know the IBUs to this. That'd be really nice to know for a modern day West Coast, if you like, just to see. But let's get a nose on it, see what it's all about. Yeah, it's got kind of a tangerine kind of quality to it. Definitely, yeah, slightly kind of orange jam, marmalade. Nothing crazy, just it's quite delicate almost. Slightly piney. Smells nice. Let's give it a try, see what it's all about. So, cheers. Yeah, that kind of piney bitterness comes through straight away. Mm. It's coming across like an apricot jam, thick rind, orange, marmalade, kind of slightly sweet at the front end. With that kind of orange kind of theme. Touch of caramel there, just kind of mixing in, and it goes into this real rasping bitterness with that kind of pine, almost like a resinous hop sap, if you like. A little bit sticky on the palate. Wow. Well, it's not crazy out the sky bitterness, off the chain bitterness or anything like that. But it is definitely there. And at this day and age, I want to at least acknowledge that that's there, and this is doing it. It's not like the old school West Coast IPAs that we used to get like 10 years ago. Because I've had conversations on like chats, live chats, and all this sort of thing about West Coast, modern day West Coast IPA, with the bitterness levels a lot more toned down than what they used to be, because a lot of people's palates are very used to these kind of real forward juice bombs, New England style. So I'm assuming that they're more concerned about if it's too bitter, they're not going to sell it. That's my only kind of guess. I don't know. Maybe lots of younger palates wouldn't be able to handle 80, 90, 100 IBUs. But that being said, this is pretty damn bitter considering what, you know, in the modern day terms. Very nice beer indeed, I can say. I would imagine if you had a few of these beers, I know it's only 6%, but I imagine if you had 2 or 3 of these, it could be game over. But yeah, really nice beer. As I say, I've had this on tap a couple of times now, and it was my beer of the tap takeover a couple of weeks ago. So I was very lucky to have first dibs on the prizes because I got the first answer right on a little kind of quiz thing at the end of the tasting. And yeah, and this is what I went for, my beer of the night. So yeah, Bianca Road Brewing Company. So they're out of Bermondsey in London. So do check them out. Recently acquired a guy, I can't remember his name. I really do apologise. From Brewing by Numbers. A few of my friends know him quite well from going to Belgium, etc. But yeah, this is a really decent beer. So if you see it around, it's definitely worth a try. And I do want to try some of Elusive Brew's West Coast IPAs at some point, because I've heard some good things about that. Lots of people said that it's probably some of the best West Coast style beers in the UK at the moment. So it's a big acclaim there. So yeah, this is Game Over then from Bianca Road and Elusive Brew collab. Game Over, 6% ABV. Very nice citrusy orange forward with pine bitter kind of towards the back end. Lovely stuff. So if you see it around, give it a try. So thank you for watching this. I will at some point put some links and stuff down below. I haven't done that for a few months, so apologies about that. But check them out. Interesting. Really, I mean, you know, I'm really going to enjoy this one as well. So see you on the next review. Cheers.